Computer use. So when Claude controls your screen. So what if I told you Claude could open your apps, fill out your forms, and navigate your desktop? Not write about it, actually do it. Welcome to Computer Use, where your AI assistant stops working in the sandbox and start working on your actual screen. And this is the research preview that changes everything. Computer use is a game changer, but it comes with important context. It is currently a research preview, meaning it's powerful but still being refined. It's available on Pro and Max plans, not Team or Enterprise yet. And here is the crucial part. It runs outside the sandbox. Claude isn't working in a protected environment. It is interacting with your real desktop, your real apps, your real files. Now that means incredible capacity and incredible responsibility. Let's talk about both. So, how it works, the big picture. When you enable computer use, Claude can take screenshots to see what is on your screen, click buttons and select menu items, type text and fill forms, navigate between apps and windows, interact with your actual desktop. But, and this matters, Claude is smart about which tool to use. It doesn't automatically jump to screen interaction. There is a hierarchy. We'll talk about it. Top priority. Doing it the right way. Claude follows a preference order. The first and the fastest one is using connectors. Gmail, Google Drive, Slack. Now these have direct integrations. Claude can read emails, fetch files, send messages without touching your screen. Why? Because it's faster, more reliable, and more secure. Second is browser navigation. Now, if there is no connector but Claude needs web content, it will navigate in your browser. It can search, click links, and read pages. And the third one, the slowest one, is screen interaction. This only happens when the first two won't work. Claude resorts to clicking your desktop apps, typing in native, Windows applications, navigating complex menus, and this hierarchy matters. It means Claude uses the most efficient path. You get better results faster. Now, let's talk about permission model. Why? Because you are always in control. You need to be always in control. So here is what you need to know about permissions. Claude asks before accessing each application. You're not giving a blanket access my computer permission. It is per app, per session. Some sensitive apps are blocked by default. Investment platforms, cryptocurrency exchanges, sensitive financial tools, and this is a safety guardrail. But you have options. You can create an app block list for anything you don't want Claude touching. Maybe you don't want Claude in your banking app, or your password manager, or your email client. You set the boundaries. The safety features, well, these are the built-in guardrails. Computer use has multiple safety layers. Prompt injection detection. Claude watches for malicious instructions hidden in web content or documents. If it detects attack, it stops and verifies with you. Action review. Claude shows you what it is about to do before it does it, especially for sensitive actions. Blocked actions. Claude can't initiate stock trades, enter sensitive financial data, gather facial images. Now, these are hard stops. The system is designed for capability, but with constraints. You get powerful automation without existential risk. Now, let us see how do you enable computer use live on Claude. Let me show you. So you give me a minute. Yep. So here we are. We go to settings. We go to general and we look for the computer use toggle. That's background animation. That's the font. Do you see that? It's not here. Co-work. It's not here as well. Claude in Chrome. General. Okay, it's right here. Should be here. Computer use is here. Oh, it's inside general. Okay. Computer use. Let Claude take screenshots and control your keyboard and mouse in apps you allow. Unhide apps when Claude finishes. Denied apps. Any request Claude makes to access these apps is automatically rejected, so you can add those apps. Accessibility granted, screen recording granted. Now, these are the accesses that I gave to Claude for my system. Let us now look at the real use cases. Now that it is enabled, what do you use it for? Where do you use it? I'll tell you. And why would you actually use this? Let's find out a few scenarios. Number one, form filling. Native HR or expense platforms with no connector. Claude will fill out your expense report for the client visit and so on. Cross app workflows. You ask it to open my project management tool, check the status of task number 47, update it in our spreadsheet, and send a Slack notification to the team. Multi step, multiple apps, it does it really well. Interaction with apps without connectors. Now, that niche accounting software or design tool your company uses, Claude can navigate it. Document processing in native apps. Well, open this PDF in preview, extract the tables, and compile them in a spreadsheet. So, the thorough line, anything that requires interaction with apps outside the Claude's connector ecosystem is when you allow Claude to use your computer for. But there are some limitations. And here is the honest part. Your desktop must stay active. Claude can't work if your screen locks or the app loses focus. It is using visual input. It needs to see your screen. Screen interaction is slower than connectors. It takes longer because Claude is literally clicking and typing like a human would. Complex. Multi-step tasks sometimes needs retry. If the UI changes mid-task or something unexpected happens, Claude might need to start over. None of these are deal breakers. They are just realistic expectations. Now, let me walk you through an actual example. I'll ask Claude to complete a task that requires desktop interaction. Something like open the Notes app, create a new note titled Project Ideas, and save it. I haven't done this before, so you would see real time what permissions it asks for and what happens. Let us do it. I open Claude Co-work. I give it a new task, and that new task is open the Notes app, create a new note titled Project Ideas, and save it. Let's see. It is loading the tools. Now, Claude wants to use notes. That's exactly what I said. It is asking me for the permission. You can deny it, you can allow it, but it only gets allowed for this session. Do not have an option to allow it forever. Okay, I allow it for this session. It now took the access and it is now creating a new note with the name Project Ideas and it is saving the same. And it's done. The new note titled Project Ideas has been created and saved in the Notes app. You can see it at the top of your notes list under today, dated notes on Mac autosave. So it's already synced to iCloud as well. And here you get it. Now, here is your thought exercise. What is a task you do regularly that involves multiple apps? Something you repeat weekly or daily. Now imagine Claude handling it. What would change? What would you be freed up to do instead? And that is the real value of computer use. It's not about novelty, it's about making tedious multi app workflows and automating them. It is leverage. So, to conclude, these are the key takeaways from this session alone. Computer use lets Claude interact with your actual desktop and not a sandbox. Well, it's a research preview, but it would be having a full version very soon. Tool hierarchy, connectors first, then browser, and then screen interaction. Permissions are granular, per app, per session, user controlled. Safety guardrails prevent trading, sensitive data entry, and injection attacks. Real value, workflows that span multiple apps, form filling, app interaction without connectors. Be realistic about the limits. Desktop stays active, screen interaction is slower than the connectors. Here are the resources as always. And you now got the two foundations of Cowork. Instructions that make Claude understand your world, and computer use that lets Claude actually do things in the world. Next, we are going to bring it all together. Connectors, instructions, computer use, and build a real workflow that shows you how these pieces work as one system. You're about to see Cowork at full power. And this brings us to an end of section 3. We'll be starting with the next one soon. See you in the next one. Have a great and a wonderful day. Until then.